Welcome to the Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Brewington, and welcome to the Actor's Choice. Roll it, Tony.
Wow. That's not.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll say it again, we are very happy and proud today to have a lady who is an award-winning filmmaker. Now, she's one of China's sixth-generation filmmakers and a graduate of the Beijing Film Academy and Ohio University Film Schools. I tell you that, Tony, I told this lady got a whole lot of stuff, She has worked on numerous award-winning films, documentaries, aka we call them docs, all right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that, docs. Numerous and TV drama series in both China and the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome cinematographer, director, producer, writer. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with Weimin Zhang. Did I get it right?
Yes, Weimin. Weimin is great. Perfect. Thank you, John, for having
Thank
me
you.
here.
Welcome to our show. Wonderful to have you. Question is, where were you on?
Where I'm now or where I come from?
Way back when you were a baby.
When I grew up and I was born and grew up in China, Beijing, the capital of China.
Wow.
Far away.
Yes. You travel back and forth. How do you do that?
Oh, that is easy. And it's just like many people you've seen, in United States. There's people coming across the ocean, across the sea and mountain. And this is the land of opportunity. I'm sure people will try no matter what effort to come here.
Yes. Because you do so much. What was it like for you growing up where you were born at?
What is my life then?
What was it like growing up as a kid in China?
Well, I grew up in a hutong. It's a historical district where it's centered in the capital city of Beijing. And that at that time, I grew up in late 60s, so I'm not that young. But at the time, I was born in this courtyards with multi-families. We shared, so that is culture nowadays is it's literally gone. It's fading away. While the Hutong's old architectures and old cultures has been gradually replaced by the high rises, and also this buildings and those cultures has been gradually actually disappeared. But of course, that is a culture nurtured me and became who I am now.
That's putting it mildly. Tony, this lady, when you see her work, my goodness. So what made you get into the occupation that you do? Who did that for you? How'd you do that?
When I was young, I like art. So
Okay.
I always want to be a painter until I went to the art school when I was in high school age. So, but when I start to applying for college, it just really, I think it's a fate. So I get into Beijing Film Academy and became a cinematographer. And this is just a different language, but they share the same visual art and imagery. I think it's not too, far apart from what my roots are.
You've had a great situation there in your life. You went to school, and over the years, you've become a renowned director and cinematographer. Uh, God, they, as you know, in this business, they call this the documentary. They say docs and all that good stuff like that. Uh, by the way, just so you know, I've been on a lot of FF film festivals, as you know, and it's always people coming into the festival with a piece of junk and calling it, they have audacity. Look at this. I said, that's a film. That's a regular film. Oh, no, 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 it's not a regular film. This is my documentary. Man, get out of here. I've thrown many of people out.
So how did you find me or choose me to be here?
Repeat that again.
Never mind. Continue your
I
question.
heard that. You just
Supposed
left
to be
the
you
word
ask
in.
me. It's not I ask you.
What is that, man? Go, please.
No, 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 no. I mean,
You'd hurt my feelings if you didn't do it, if you didn't tell me.
no, no. I was just thinking, I'm so honored to be here, to be
Oh,
at
yeah.
Actor's
Oh, God.
Voice.
And one of a rare piece of cat. Okay. Over the years, you have become a renowned director and cinematographer. So what's it like being a director?
What is life like a director or
Yes.
a cinematographer? Well, since I graduated from Beijing Film Academy and I had been a cinematographer in the field in Chinese film industry. So that has been my profession for a decade, almost a decade. So I didn't think I want to be a director until I realized I want make a real story and based on the real human being. So
Uh-huh.
that's why I wanted to explore the documentary world. And only thing different from probably other docs, or other documentary filmmakers, I
Yes.
normally shoot my own film while I was directing.
Yes. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So you know what it's like being a director, but what's it like being a cinematographer? Which one do you love the best and the most?
Um, I think for documentary, to me, there's no difference because it's unlike the narrative film. You have script, you have shot list, storyboard. Documentary, you don't have those. Everything's happening while it is during this process of
Uh-huh.
of evolving. Things in front of you is evolving. So I think to me is a plus, is advantage. I can capture what I see in front of me. So that's why to me, I think a director, cinematographer is just intertwined together. So that's why I could not imagine if because documentary you cannot predict what's going to happen,
Right.
right? So you
Right.
just
Mhm.
but if I cannot imagine if I see something, but if the camera or cameraman cannot grasp what I
Yes.
seen, because you need that high level collaboration to be able to really know each other's mind, to read their mind and to see what they see. So I think that's the hard part. So to me, I guess that's in a way is advantage that I just, capture what I see. That's what I do.
So we happen to have a copy of one of your first time that you sat down and you have an IMDb credit out of it. Origin China. It's called
Ge,
Grandpa G.
Grandpa Ge in
There you
Chinese.
go. God
Yeah.
bless you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Tony. This lady just gets it all around. I mean, she just busy, busy. Uh, we'll come into another video for you in just a moment. I see that, okay, not bad as they say in business, not bad. I see that as a cinematographer who travels all around the world with your camera. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. the film I'm showing here in the center of Hollywood.
Okay.
And the film is called Of Color and Ink. And this film, like any other project you mentioned, and either is a fiction film, TV drama series, or commercials, or even documentary. So this
Yes.
film is a lifelong pursuit. It's a 12 years of journey, searching for a Chinese artist who came to the West throughout the world, from South America to North America to Europe and Asia. So throughout his whole life, and this film is basically trace his footprints around the world. So that's it traveled, yeah, over 20 countries and
Yes.
reached um, for the 4 continents and a 12 years journey. And now I'm so happy and that I finally put this picture, the whole story together and to share to the world.
Wow. You are well known for feature documentary called Of Color and Ink, which chronicles the life of renowned artist Daya Chien.
Mhm.
He's passed now, but for the later years, you had some work with him.
Yes. So this is a film is pretty much is at the beginning is Mission Impossible because his story overseas, Zhang Daqian took an exile in the self-imposed exile to the West
Yes.
after 1949 when the government changed. We all know that is a big change in Chinese political history. And
Yes.
Zhang Daqian took his self-imposed exile to the West, but unlike many people going to the big cities, New York, Paris, Europe, he went to South America, Argentina, in Mendoza, which is a furthest distance from China. To China, that is a really far away, like a really foreign land. So that's why his life overseas had been a mystery, since he left China in 1949. So nobody really know, even though his work, his painting in the art market has been surpassed once for Picasso and Van Gogh. So, but we don't know his name. So that is the reason why for some reason, I feel like I'm designated person to tell the story, to share it to the world.
Was it 14 years you've been following him behind him?
12.
Oh,
But
oh,
now it's 13. But I literally, the film finished in 2023, the end of
yes.
2023. That was the first time was shown in São Paulo, Brazil. That's also his second home, well, during the longest period of time of his exile. So until then, and this film has been traveling again throughout the
Uh-huh.
world until today, and we're here in LA and share this with the audience in the Central Hollywood. Yeah.
We happen to have what, so you can get a drink of water if you would.
Okay, thank you.
It has we got time to play a little video, so please go get your water. This is 2022. It's called Of Color and Ink. It's a trailer. I looked a lot of places to look for what you had, and we're looking
Thank
for.
you.
Oh yeah, Tony, can you roll that by us, please, young man? Oh, here it comes.
Oh, sorry. This is not the one.
When I first met
I have a
Dai
different
Chen,
one, if you
Right,
don't mind.
right. I understand.
Okay, go ahead. You can do whatever.
What happened is that what that showed right there, that's Color and Ink, a trailer. That's all it is. I looked through I'm pretty good at getting my hands on stuff, but I
Um,
went all over and looked all over the place. I
it's
found
okay.
one that right at the last moment, but I couldn't get it into your hands.
IMDb has a most current trailer, if you don't mind to
Oh,
look at
please,
that.
please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to send it your email or what
Oh,
is your
please, I would love it because it was
oh
set up in a whole G.
okay. You just go to a website called offcolorandink.com. That is
Okay.
if you do, yeah.
Okay. That is beautiful work there. That is beautiful work.
It is 12 years. That's it's no doubt. There's several versions of trailers.
Yes. Oh, a lot of work. A lot of work. And you have seen in your time, I know I've seen it, the changes in the technology.
That's
Ugh,
correct.
ugh.
So this film has integrated with the footage shot on 8 mm film, 16 mm film, DV, HD, 2K,
Uh-huh.
and 4K. So all kinds of it over a decade.
We took a few pictures of you when you're out there out in the road doing something. We got your hat on, got the cap on it. I mean, you be doing it. It's
Thank you.
oh, I
Did
know
you
your
find?
mother and father and your family, they are very proud of you. Very proud.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Uh,
Did
what'd you
you
say,
find
Tony?
it?
I thought
Did
I
you
heard Tony
find
say
it?
something. Huh?
Did you find the trailer? That's what
No,
I'm
I didn't
saying.
find it. I couldn't find it.
Here.
Oh,
So
okay, that's it. That's it. That's the one I was looking for.
yeah, and that's just the official website of
Yes. Yes,
coloring.com.
that's what I couldn't find it, but I got it, but I couldn't transfer it from that form to the other form.
Oh,
Because what I do when you we'll change it over and move it into okay, Tony, so we can see that. Thank you.
no problem.
It's a lot of good information in there. My
Thank you.
goodness. There he is. There he is. Look at that.
In 1949, Zhang Daqian left his homeland, never returned. His life overseas has been a mystery.
I heard he used to live here, but that was in the 50s.
他费了心血，就是都放在这里。
Now it's gone. Now we can see only some lines of the lake or the other parts.
叨念弟兄，天过一方，不得相见，惨痛万分。
张大千在海外的足迹，好像是散落的珍珠，几乎无迹可寻。
Es sind Werke von Zhang Daqian, dem bedeutendsten chinesischen Maler der Gegenwart.
The meeting with Picasso is interesting.
Zhang Daqian's work, I think, is misunderstood both in the West and in China. Because he left, there's a sense that he maybe abandoned China.
我相信说他在飞机上还在看家乡。
He did not see himself as an exile, as an overseas Chinese. He saw himself as a living embodiment of China.
Why this dialogue?
That's beautiful. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Tony is the guy. He works here. He's also in charge of everything. He's also a hell of a nice guy. And
I wish you could play all the way to the end.
Yeah, we unfortunately we can only do 30 seconds. You know, 30-second
Oh,
rule.
I understand. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's the only reason. Believe me. But once you got that information up there, I can get it. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
no worries.
Now, I want to. Sometimes we got to get a little upset with them people, right, Tony? How come we can only see 30 seconds? They can't see 31 seconds. You know when someone's trying to make a sentence, and I'm getting ready to say something, wouldn't it be nice if we could get that one word out? Oh well. We just showed you one tour de Mont coming in. Let's see. I see that you are a professor at San Francisco State University.
That's correct. That's what I do.
That's what you do. I feel you because I just left Santa Monica College. I was there for almost 23 years. I taught broadcasting and working with equipment and getting the people to go out there, you know, the 7 P's of broadcasting, proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. We would say little jingles like that. But what do you tell me about what you teach down there, please?
I teach cinematography. I teach documentary filmmaking. That's what I do, and that's what I teach.
I love the way you said that. That's what you teach. That is what you teach. My goodness. That's great. That's great. Feelings about AI. That people. Artificial intelligence. What do you think about it?
What is your one? What is question?
What do you think about AI, artificial intelligence? How do you feel?
Not for documentary.
Okay.
Documentary is about, real human being and the real story in the real world.
Yes.
I don't think artificial intelligence can replace heart and soul.
Okay.
So the documentary is real.
Right.
And it touches the people. I want to say this film, it is art film about an artist, about the journey of life of so which is poured with heart and soul. So I want this film to touch people's heart, to connect the people that beyond the culture, beyond the language. And this is a film, it's about human story. And I hope this film, express the universal message
Yes.
about home, about belonging, about
Yes.
what we're longing for. This is what the spirit of this film, which is, cannot be done in any artificial technology.
I used to always say this, and it's just me. I always thought that television, all those good stuff like that, documentaries, all that good stuff, it started with one thing and one thing only, the four-letter word, idea. It's an idea. And I would see a lot of people. I said, if you get an idea, write it down, right, real quick, because you might not get that idea ever again, or you might see it later on. And we would encourage students to get some ideas out there, to have some fun. Uh, we're finding me and some friends we were talking about this. We're finding maybe it's just American classes, but we find sometimes that the attitude of some of the people is not as the same as other people. Let's put it that way. And you try to get them to understand, here I'm walking in a room with a master's degree and you ain't even got a double A, and I'm trying to show you something, you don't pay no attention to me.
Is there a question?
No, no, take it or leave it, my dear. I like your style. Take it or leave it. But it's, I see that you also are a film director.
Yes.
Mhm. And also a multimedia designer. Here it comes. Wow. Wow. That's beautiful.
Well,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, I was just thinking this film, so it's art film.
Uh-huh.
Art film nowadays, not only about form, there's no boundaries. If it's art, art is can transcend. There's, any type of expression, the way to express the art. So
Yes.
the film integrate with animation, integrated with, of course, music, sound, and the film language itself. It is a integration of all the different art forms. So multimedia, in a way, provide that even more, profound. That you can do immersive. You can
Yes.
do, just the virtual reality. So there's many things. Actually, my art background kind of provide that foundation for me to explore further. So that is, in the multimedia world. So that is as this there's actually integration from all what I do. So it's not I do one thing or another. So I'm also a very visual person as a cinematographer and artist too.
You see this little lady coming in and they don't know, don't mess with her. Don't even mess with it. Don't even think about it. Wow. I see that you were invited to participate as a director on the U.S. team in the official documentary of the Chinese Olympics.
Yes. Yes.
What was that like for you?
Well, 2008 is the first time that China has ever been hosting the Olympic. And so each year, each 4 years, Olympic, International Olympic Society, so IOC, so they actually produce what they called official Olympic documentary. So I was very fortunate and also very honored to be invited as U.S. unit director to just to capture the Olympics athletes, particularly in United States, who prepare and pre-Olympic and during the Olympic competition and the post. And of course, I also filmed the torch relay in San Francisco.
That's great. That is super, super. Here we go. Awards. I see you have created several award-winning films, including the Homebound Cranes, Grand E. Pagan, and CEO. Wow, what else did you do?
Well, those are my earlier films when I was a cinematographer mostly. And along the way, I also been an independent filmmaker. When I do documentary, I would prefer to be a director as well as a DP as well. As I mentioned, I'd rather to capture what I see and think at the moment when the reality evolves. Yeah, so that is I'm kind of dancing between the cinematography and a documentary filmmaker. And
do you go to how often? Or not, I know you do it, but how often do you go to film festivals?
It's just it depends, when for this film, this film was invited for, Brazil. So I have been travel nonstop since last year, October, carry this film for screenings. So this film, Off Color and Ink, has not only been screened in the festivals in South America, United States, Asia, but also being invited for screenings and panel discussions in United States, in universities such as Harvard, Berkeley, and UBC in Vancouver, and museums, Asian Art Museum in San Francisco, and Hong Kong Palace Museum, and the Paris Chanuski Museum, and Heidelberg University in Germany. So it's been all over traveling nonstop until now, and it's about a year, but I'm still traveling. So I'm going to Paris next month. Excellent. And going to Princeton University in April, and March in Stanford, and April in Lisbon, Portuguese. So this film is a global film. So I has been nonstop traveling. So that is that is for this film. Of course, depends on different stages. When I was working, I mostly concentrate for this creative process.
Whenever you're traveling and you need somebody to carry your luggage, just call my name. I'll give you my telephone number.
Thank you. I'll be honored.
You got it. Well, I said, how often do you go back to China? As you know, there's so much, and now we got a new president coming in. I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna say nothing. But what's it going back, and that's why I asked you, you're able to do that, because how many people can do that?
You can go back. You can go to China anytime you want. Yes, you can get visa. So that's not a big problem. Not for me, and I believe for anyone who want to go, they can still get visa. Yes. Yeah, you just need a visa. Yeah, I guess. I think for American. So although China does open for free visa to quite a few countries right now.
Technology, a lot of good stuff goes on, and yeah. And we don't even there's the Taiwan situation. You talked about that. There's always this going on, that going on. There's so many things are going on. But I see you continue to you continue to do your thing. You do it and do it in a great way, lady.
Yeah.
I said that already. I said, I wrote this one down. One could say that your parents and friends are very proud of you. I wrote that on a piece of paper. Let's see. I had some other stuff I wanted to see.
My question's on the list.
Oh, yes. Repeat that again.
You can see on the chat.
Yeah. Yes. Here's some of the things that you've won. Genius of Chang Dai Chia. Documentary, you're the director.
Yes.
The Last Days of Beijing Hutong, you were the director, the editor, and finishing. when I saw finishing, I wasn't familiar with that. Well, what is that finishing? Is that what is it? Somebody who does an after event?
Which one?
A
Which film?
finishing.
You mean from my film? From
Yes.
this, the off-color and ink?
Ah, okay.
That film took me 12 years to make, to
Okay.
finish, starting from 2011 until 2023.
Okay. Okay. Why did you decide to make this film?
Well, I think this is by a chance. I discovered this piles of 16 millimeter film footage at
Uh-huh.
San Francisco State University. And San Francisco, so this footage shows Zhang Daqian, the artist, who's in Pebble Beach, California, in 1967. And this film almost at same age as me, so it's over the half century, but it has been buried and dusted. No one knows what's happening. In China, I was even coming from the art background. I have no idea where did Zhang Daqian go and what happened to him. So this film led me to this journey of searching his footprints.
It took you 12 years to make that film.
That's right.
Yeah. How do you sometimes you ever have those days when I'm tired, I want to go someplace, I had enough. You ever do those things sometimes?
Well, yeah, definitely. So this is a journey. It's independent filmmaking.
Uh-huh.
And as you can see, there's not a lot of support, and I'm basically on my own. So shooting a film like this is not only about making film as a regular documentary process, because all the materials and there's nothing there, so there's unknown. So it's like I basically like a researcher, detective, and have to search in any clues and informations I could ever find, and then piecing them together and to make this film. So that's the reason why this film has been a really challenging, long journey for me. But I'm very happy. So over this 12 years journey, I would be able to put them together to complete the story about Zhang Daqian, about this foremost Chinese artist in 20th century of China, but also not only that, he's a global artist. He had been regarded as a Picasso of the East, and he's the first Chinese artist who had exhibition in Europe, in Western world, in the museum, the solo exhibition. But however, his story overseas was mystery. So that's my mission, carry on, this film. And I wanted to tell the world not only about the story of his life, but also his mission and his, why he did, what is actually support him to go this long journey throughout his life, and what is really inside of him, what his mission is. So that's basically encouraged me to complete this film during this challenging period of time.
We are out of time a little bit. Nice questions that you have there. When and where will this film be shown in Los Angeles? Can you answer that one before you leave?
Yes, this film actually currently showing at the Cine Lounge Sunside, located in the heart of Hollywood, and
Yes.
it's showing from 17th to 21st. Actually, even now there's 4 more days, including today, 3 times a day, 2 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m. So, and I'll be here and looking forward to meeting the audience, for everyone who are interested for this art film about the artist.
Weimin, we thank you very, very much for stopping on by. We'll get you back again. You have a lot of stuff that you really know what to do with it. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. All I can say, and I wrote it down myself, We have just heard a marvelous experience seeing and hearing what you do as a filmmaker. You're so knowledgeable, and most sincerely, I hope that members of our audience really got some today out of this. I know I did. Much thanks to our publicist, my good friend, Philip Sokolov. You know Bill, you know him. And but best wishes.
Thank you. And
blessing to
thank you, the actor's voice.
Okay, thank you. Okay, roll it, Tony.
This is a Neil Young song for you. We'll call Long May You Run.
Oh.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my next guest today is a pianist, a performer, teacher, a composer. Man is busy. Put a piano in front of him and look out, it's all over. Ain't nothing happening but the blazing wood. He worked in many places, cabarets, cruise ships, musicals, hotels, and parties. Okay? He's here to talk about a concert review of East of the Sun and West of the Moon. Sounds real good. Real popular show that folks like to come to hear and see. So please welcome longtime musician, Larry Evans. Larry, nice to have you here.
Oh man, I'm so glad to be here. I was so struggling. I tried to get on this thing 10 times. I'm so stressed out. I was calling the engineer, but could not get through.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I'm glad I made it.
Wow.
Just in time. Just in time.
Yes, just in time.
So
my first question is, where were you born?
I was born in Michigan, Detroit, just south of Detroit, Lincoln Park, Michigan.
Yes.
Motown.
That happened. I understand. Wow. Motown. They started out, and I know a lot of people who work for Mr. Gordy. I've had the liberty of knowing a whole lot of the good folks that have worked there. And it's beautiful to see it, how a place can come into like the Temptations. Remember the Temptations?
Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
I love the Temptations and Diana Ross, all the great people, Stevie Wonder that came out of there. It's amazing.
Yeah. Did you say Stevie Wonder?
Yeah.
We call him Mr. Stevie Wonder.
Miss?
Yeah, Mr. He owns a radio show here in L.A.
Really?
KJLH. He's owned it for years.
No idea.
I
had no idea.
Yeah, what happened was a gentleman used to have a funeral place that he had, and his son wanted to didn't want to do that. And the father said, "That's what you're going to do." And so he went in there and and he sold it out, and Stevie bought it.
Wow.
Back is history.
I wonder if he plays his music on the radio.
Occasionally, because that's paying yourself back, but you know,
I have to tune in. You send me the call letters, I'll tune in.
Yes. KJLH 102.3.
And so I'm really excited. I've never committed myself like this. I've never gone so headlong into a project like this.
Yes.
I was songwriting for 30 years and I was so frustrated. I was sending out demo tapes and the publishers and all this. Yes. And they would always say thank you very much, and that was it. Yeah. And I wrote songs for 30 years. What? And people always said they sound like Broadway. And I would say, no, don't say that. I'm trying to write popular music. And it's not Broadway. And they would just keep saying it sounds like musical theater. So I got in a fight with my lyricist one day, and I went on Facebook and I said, I need a new lyricist. And so this was about a year ago. And this guy turned up from the Valley and he said, I have 100 musicals and I need somebody to compose the music. I said, oh, well, I want to do this. So this is the 4th one already. And I'm having a great time writing all these songs and producing these musicals.
Good.
Yeah.
When you go in, they're going to remember you for years to come.
I hope so. I want to, and I love to share my melodies and my music with people. And I wanted to send you the flyer. I don't know how I can send it to you. Should I hold it up on the camera?
If you want, sure.
Okay. I don't think they can see me anymore.
Yeah.
Print. Print.
New technology.
Oh my God. Let me print this thing and then I will hold it up for you. Give me 1 second. And I had a couple songs I wanted to play for you today from the musical. And we're actually having a benefit this Saturday. If people are in Pasadena, they want to come. It's going to be at the Lineage Theaters, and that's where this is going to.
Yes, 64 downtown. Yes, beautiful building.
There we go. Oh no, it's on Mountain and Lake. It's actually a little place in a strip mall. I could have got the Pasadena Playhouse, but I don't have 5,000 a night. So
oh God, what's this?
So the guy that does marketing for Comic-Con, a friend of mine asked him to do marketing for me. So he's been doing great stuff for me for this musical, which comes out in January at the Lineage. And let's see, I printed it out. Just 1 second.
Take your time. Boom.
So maybe you guys have editor can edit this stuff out. I can't seem to. I printed it out, but then it came out all pink or something.
Yeah.
It's actually light blue. I don't know why it came out all pink.
Yes.
But it's a cool thing of the girl is riding to the castle in the background on the bear. Yes. It's a Norwegian fairy tale. It's very old, from 1100, and the story is basically that she's in a really poor family, and this bear comes to the door. Well, it's a fairy tale, right? So there's a talking bear. So since it's a fairy tale, and he says, "If you give me your youngest beautiful daughter, I will make you rich." So they say, well, let me talk to her about it. And then he comes back and they say, sure, take her. And he takes the girl rides on the bear's back in this journey. And that's most of the fairy tale. In the original fairy tale, she saw gargoyles and spooks and stuff. But the writer I work with, he developed it into all these characters she meets, just like Wizard of Oz. She meets a woman at the Southern Belle, and she meets a fashionista in a clothing store. She even meets a gay Hollywood movie director. She meets all these different characters, a sea captain. She meets all these characters along the way to her journey because she made a mistake in the castle and she broke the spell. You'll have to see when you see the musical. But she broke the spell of the prince. So now the prince has to marry the ugly troll queen. So she's riding to the castle to go rescue the troll, rescue the prince. And the guy who plays the prince, he said, I love that. It's like reverse. It's like the woman rescues the man. I said, yeah that's right. So it's a really fun show, and it's comedy. And it's not just for kids. It's also for adults. It's more along the line of Beauty and the Beast and or Wizard of Oz, something like that. It's really a family show for everybody. So I want to stress that so people don't think it's just for kids.
Tony, can you give us number 47? This is something that you would like to see. Oh, there it is.
Thanks.
Yeah, I found that one. Yes.
Wow, I got to send you the other one.
Yeah.
So this is this. Thank you for showing that. That is this Sunday. That's
Sunday.
that's the benefit to raise money for the musical.
Yes.
Because I learned these cost money. I didn't know that. I just started in January doing this year. You know, so I didn't really know anything about it. So they're like, do you want a stage manager? I'm like, what's a stage manager?
How much you pay?
How much am I paying?
Yeah, how much you pay?
Not much. For stage manager, you mean? 25 an hour. But I did the robot musical that he wrote in June in Pasadena. It was really fun. It was really sci-fi. It was one of the first sci-fi plays, and it was all about robots taking over and AI and all that, just like we're experiencing already. And people really liked it. And that one, I ran $5,000 short. So I thought, I don't want to do that again. So this time I'm having that benefit that you showed on Sunday. And we applied for a grant, and hopefully I'll be in better financial place with this.
Tony, can you show him number 48, please? Uh-huh.
Oh, you got it. How did you get it?
There was another one that was much better than that's what I'm seeing here, and they're both good. And I've had to stumble upon that.
Wow, where did you find that?
IMDb or any place around.
Wow.
Yeah, Tony, he taught me how to be. He taught me, the guy who's there behind the mic there. He taught me how to use and how to IMDb. Get a lot of stuff that way.
Yeah, so Ron, you can help me because every time I do a new musical, I make a bigger stretch. Like the last one.
323-533-1036.
I know your number by now. But thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I had to sell 250 tickets at the last musical, so now I have to sell 468 tickets. Okay. So you can help me to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll put it out there for you. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna get the guy with the school buses and bring all the hordes of kids and stuff.
Right. If you go back, Tony, just to number 45 and number 46, I saw that you do some extra. There's some of that. Look at all the work he does on the side.
Well, but I was doing those in Pasadena with these great singers, just amazing people. And pandemic shut us down, but it was fun until then.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Permanently, or just for now?
Yeah, that was it.
Permanent.
He wanted more rock bands and blues bands, and he went all that direction. So that's fine.
Be nice if you can open up a store right next to him.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be.
And then throw the finger when you see him. Say, "Oh, how you doing there, buddy?"
I would love to have my own restaurant and cabaret and play, and I would love that. It'd be fun.
Yes, good attitude. Yeah.
But I did cabarets, and I was always doing musical theater, and I thought, why not just do the whole thing?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. So.
Yes. Larry, we done it again. You done it again.
What'd I do?
You came in a little late. That's okay. And now we're out of the business.
Are you kidding? I tried like 7 times to get into the thing. I don't know what I did wrong. And it kept saying USNBO or something. Is that you?
Yeah, that's us.
Oh, because you said it would say this Tony guy. Tony,
he's the guy he owns this building.
It never said that, so I didn't know I was in the right place. So
I'll tell you what, we'll get you back maybe one day next week, week after that. You want to do that?
I would love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, I want to play. We're ran out of time?
Yeah.
I'll play songs. Next time I'll play songs.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
See what I mean, folks?
Thanks.
Take care. And of course, our good friend, Philip Sokolov, he brought you here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ron, for your time.
You bet.
All right.
Much thanks to our guest today, President, CEO, forget that.
UBNG. Oh, that's what I kept seeing.
Yes. Let's see. Cinematographer, director, producer, Weimin Zhang, and composer, musician, producer, Larry Evans. The actor's choice is a presentation of B&B Production. Rudolph Brewington is the president. Special thanks to our ever-growing audience. I'm Ron Brewington, and we thank you so much. Take care.